The studio lights burned brighter than usual that morning, bright enough that even the most confident litigants looked rattled. But today, confidence wasn't Karen's problem. Karen marched into the courtroom like she owned the building, chin up, sunglasses on, and the unmistakable swagger of someone preparing to perform an Oscar-level meltdown. Behind her walked Jason, the quiet, exhausted roommate suing her for damages after she wrecked his belongings, stole his deposit, and then blamed him online for emotional harassment. The bailiff didn't even need to announce her. Karen arrived like a siren. Judge Judy glanced over her glasses as Karen flung her purse on the defendant's podium with a thud. Bad sign. Bad attitude. Bad karma waiting. Good morning, Judy said flatly. Karen rolled her eyes. We'll see if it stays good. Judy tilted her head. The audience gasped. Here we go, Jason thought. Karen tugged off her sunglasses dramatically and pointed at Jason like a reality show villain. That man is a liar, a manipulator, and this entire case is a joke. Judy lifted one brow slowly like a storm gathering. I'll decide what's a joke, she said, not you. Karen scoffed loudly. Please, this show is nothing without people like me anyway. The audience murmured again, half thrilled, half horrified. Judy's lips pressed into a thin line. The lies begin. Jason stood still, clutching a folder of evidence like it was a life raft. Start from the beginning, Judy said to him. Jason spoke softly. Your Honor, Karen moved into my apartment in March. We signed a roommate agreement. Wrong, Karen barked. We never signed anything, he tricked me. Judy turned to her. When I want to hear from you, I'll ask. Karen folded her arms, muttering, whatever. Jason continued calmly. She didn't pay rent on time, she broke the door to my bedroom. That door was cheap, Karen snapped, like him. The audience groaned. Judy's head slowly turned. Do you have a problem controlling your mouth? No, Karen shot back. I have a problem with liars. Judy smirked. Then you must have trouble with yourself. Karen froze, stunned, speechless for the first time. The RECIPTS come out. Jason opened his folder. He had photos. Screenshots. Bank statements. A repair invoice for the door. Karen leaned back dramatically. Oh please, anyone can Photoshop that. Judy looked annoyed. Do you think I'm stupid? Karen lifted her chin. I think you're nothing without this show. Silence. The audience sucked the air out of the room. Even the bailiff blinked. Judy stood up slowly, calmly. The courtroom shifted from irritated to icy. She didn't shout. She didn't crack. She simply said, let me make something very clear to you. I was a judge before you were even born. I've seen thousands like you. You are not special. You are not intimidating. You are not clever. You're just loud. Karen's cheeks flushed red. Jason held his breath. Judy continued, this show, my show, will exist long after people forget your name. So sit down, shut your mouth, and try to salvage what's left of your dignity. The audience exploded with applause. Karen slammed her hands on the podium. You can't talk to me like that. Oh yes, Judy said, sitting back down. I can and I will because you earned it. The fake medical drama. Karen suddenly clutched her chest theatrically. I'm having anxiety, she cried. You're triggering my trauma. Judy didn't blink. You didn't have trauma until you started losing. Jason nearly choked, trying not to laugh. Karen turned to the cameras. Do you see this? This is emotional abuse. Judy leaned forward. The only abuse happening is you abusing the truth. Karen gasped like she'd been stabbed. I want a different judge. You don't get one, Judy said. This isn't Burger King. You don't get to have it your way. The audience roared again. Karen's face twisted. This entire place is rigged. Judy responded calmly. If it were rigged, I wouldn't have had to listen to you this long. The ex-roommate takes the stand. Jason finally continued. When she moved out without notice, she took my TV, my laptop charger, and a box of my clothes. Lies, Karen screeched. I don't wear men's clothing. Judy looked at her paperwork. The photos show you wearing his jacket. Karen blinked rapidly. Caught again. That's a coincidence, she stammered. Jason shook his head. She posted selfies in it online, Your Honor. Judy turned the photo toward Karen. Cute jacket, she said dryly. Too bad it's not yours. Karen's jaw dropped. You can't prove I didn't buy it. Judy replied, actually we can, because you also stole the receipt. Jason pulled out a wrinkled receipt with his name on it. Karen's mouth hung open. The audience murmured like a shocked beehive. Karen's karma ripples out. Judy tapped her pen. Let me guess, Ms. Karen, you took the jacket by accident. The TV fell into your car by mistake, the rent slipped your mind, and the broken door shattered itself, correct? Karen glared. Jason whispered, she also broke my fish tank. Karen shouted, the fish started it. Judy stared, blinking slowly. Did you just say the fish started it? Yes, Karen yelled, they were evil. The audience was done. Laughing. Starring. Recording her meltdown in their minds. Judy put her pen down, we've crossed from nonsense into delusion. The audience turned against her. Karen suddenly turned around and yelled at the audience. You're all sheep, all of you, clapping like trained seals. The bailiff took a step toward her. Karen pointed at the woman in the front row. You with the bangs, what are you laughing at? I'm the victim here. Judy banged her gavel hard. You are not the victim, she said, you are the problem. Karen stomped her foot. You all just hate me because I'm a strong woman. No, Judy replied calmly, we dislike you because you're a rude woman. The lies collapse. Jason slid forward a final piece of evidence, a note Karen left when moving out. Written in glitter pen. Signed with hearts. It read, Jason, I'm taking the TV as payment for emotional suffering, deal with it. Karen gasped, that's not my handwriting. Jason opened his phone. A video. Karen recording a TikTok. Holding the note. Saying, leaving my loser roommate this, he deserves it. Karen's soul left her body. Judy sat back satisfied, well that solves that. Karen grabbed her head, that's deepfake AI edited. Judy shook her head slowly, sweetheart, you aren't important enough for someone to deepfake. The audience erupted again. Karen screamed, you're all against me. No, Judy said, the truth is against you. The breaking point. Karen leaned forward, hands gripping the podium, eyes wild. You know what, Judge Judy, she hissed. You're nothing without this show. Judy stood up again. The room fell silent. Ms. Karen, she said firmly, I was a judge for decades before television. I will be a judge in people's minds long after this show ends. Your tantrum doesn't change facts, your insults don't change evidence, and your lies don't change reality. Karen's breathing grew erratic. Her act was unraveling. Judy finished. Your 15 minutes of fame aren't fame, they're embarrassment. The eerie foreshadowing of karma. Karen suddenly whispered, voice trembling. You don't understand, everything always goes wrong for me. Everywhere I go, people turn against me, friends disappear, jobs fire me, maybe I am cursed. For the first time, the audience went quiet. Jason glanced at her startled. Was it an act? Or a crack in the mask? Judy studied her carefully. Ms. Karen, she said softly but firmly, karma isn't magic, it's cause and effect. When someone leaves a trail of destruction behind them, eventually they trip over it. Karen's eyes widened like she'd just seen a ghost behind herself. The atmosphere turned eerie. Uncomfortable. Charged. The kind of silence where you could feel karma standing in the corner, waiting. Judy makes her decision. Judy cleared her throat. Judgment for the plaintiff, she said. The full amount. Jason exhaled in relief. Karen screamed, no. Judy banged the gavel once. Case dismissed. Karen lunged as if she wanted to argue further, but the bailiff stepped forward and she froze. Her eyes darted around, panicked, like she realized the world was no longer bending to her lies. This isn't over, she shouted. Judy didn't look up. Oh, it's very over. Karen stormed out of the courtroom, but something eerie was different. The rage was still there, but behind it was a shadow of fear. As if karma had finally found her. Outside the studio hallway, the red exit sign flickered once, twice, like a dying heartbeat. Jason walked out relieved, holding the check the show provided as Karen's judgment. But Karen didn't walk out. Karen erupted out. She burst through the courtroom doors like a hurricane with makeup, her heels clicking against the tile like gunshots. This is all your fault, she screamed at Jason. The hallway echoed. Camera crew members froze. Security stepped in quietly. Spectators peeked through cracks in the doors. Jason took a step back. Karen, just leave. Karen jabbed a trembling finger in his face. You ruined my life. No, Jason said gently, you ruined your own. Karen's face twisted. Her voice dropped to a terrifying whisper. You have no idea what you've done. A chill crawled down Jason's spine. But she wasn't done. Karen whirled around and kicked a trash can, sending paper flying down the hallway like confetti at a funeral. You think Judy defeated me, Karen shouted into the air. You think this is the end. A crew member muttered, someone call security. But karma was faster. Star the aftermath that grows darker. Karen stomped outside toward the parking lot but froze. Her car door was hanging open. Not broken. Not forced. Just open. As if someone had touched it while she was inside the courtroom. She approached slowly, breathing heavier with each step. Inside, her glove compartment was dumped out. Her receipts scattered. Her old mail thrown everywhere. Her sunglasses broken. But strangest of all, a small gold fish figurine sat perfectly upright on the driver's seat. Jason's fish. The same fish tank she broke. The same fish she blamed. The same fish she called evil. Karen's lips trembled. She looked around wildly. No one nearby. No cameras pointing. No wind strong enough to move anything. Just silence. Too much silence. She grabbed the figurine and threw it across the lot, screaming, "Stop following me." A security guard jogged over. Ma'am, you okay? I don't need help, she shrieked, getting into her car. But her hands shook so violently she fumbled her keys. She blasted the radio to drown out her fear, but the speakers hissed with static. Then a voice crackled through the interference. A familiar voice. Judge Judy's voice. When someone leaves a trail of destruction, eventually they trip over it. Karen screamed and slammed the radio off. Static continued even though the radio was off. She drove away trembling. Star Jason's Revenge Arc begins. While Karen spiraled, Jason walked to the production office to sign final paperwork. A staff member named Lena handed him a release form. You handled yourself really well in there, she said. Jason shrugged shyly. I didn't expect her to explode like that. Oh, she's famous already, Lena laughed. Karen was trending on TikTok before the episode even ended. Jason blinked, trending. Lena nodded. Someone recorded her screaming, it's going viral. The comments think she's either possessed or auditioning for a demon role. Jason rubbed his face, great. But Lena leaned closer. Between us, that meltdown will follow her forever. Jason didn't smile. He didn't laugh. He just whispered. It already is. Star Karen's public meltdown goes viral. Hours later, Karen walked into a grocery store trying to look composed. She failed. People stared. Whispers followed her down the aisle. That's the girl from Judy's show. She screamed about fish. Didn't she call Judy nothing? Is she okay? She looks haunted. Karen clenched her teeth. The judgment wasn't haunting her. The attention was. She grabbed a carton of iced coffee, but her hand shook and it slipped, shattering on the floor. A man nearby muttered, careful, wouldn't want her to sue the coffee. Karen snapped. Shut up, she screamed at him. You don't know anything about me. Oh, we all do, the man said calmly, pulling out his phone. Judy aired you out. Phones rose around her. Cameras recording. Karen's breathing quickened. Her hair frizzed with static. Her eyes darted around like cornered prey. Stop recording me, she shrieked. A manager rushed over. Ma'am. Karen shoved him. Hard. He fell backward into a shelf. Gasps echoed. Karen froze as she realized what she'd done. But the cameras. The cameras caught everything. One girl whispered, she's finished. Another whispered, karma's coming. Karen ran out of the store, trembling, breathless, terrified. Star the shadow of karma. That night, Karen sat alone in her dark apartment. The power flickered. Her phone blew up with notifications. 20 missed calls. 100+ comments. 3 trending hashtags with her name. She threw the phone across the room. This is Jason's fault, she whispered. This is Judy's fault. This is everyone's fault. Her voice cracked. She didn't notice the fish figurine sitting on the table behind her until her eyes drifted toward it. The same figurine she had thrown away hours earlier. Karen screamed and fell backward off the couch. No, 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 how did you? Her voice broke. Her thoughts spiraled. Her lies tangled around her like vines. She felt watched, judged, punished. Karma wasn't magic. But Karen believed in it now. Or feared it. Thunder rumbled outside. She curled into herself and began sobbing. Star the final courtroom showdown. 2 weeks later, Karen received a letter. Notice of defamation lawsuit. Jason was suing again for the things she posted online after the show. Karen lost it. I'll sue him back, she shouted. But she didn't read the part that mattered most. Case to be heard by retired Judge Judy Shainlin. Judy. Karen fainted. When she woke, she was already late to court. She ran, hair a mess, shirt wrinkled, panic vibrating through her bones, and burst into the courtroom. Judy sat at the bench. She didn't smile. Didn't blink. Didn't move. Ms. Karen, she said calmly. We meet again. Karen fell to her knees. Please, she begged, no more. Judy leaned forward. I warned you, karma isn't magic, it's consequence, and your consequences have arrived. Karen sobbed. Broken. Deflated. Exposed. Jason stood behind her, not gloating, not smug. Just relieved. Because some people are too dangerous to leave unchecked. Judgment for the plaintiff, Judy said. Again. Karen collapsed. The audience didn't cheer. Didn't laugh. Her meltdown wasn't funny anymore. It was tragic. Eerie. A warning. As Karen was escorted out by security, she looked back one last time and whispered. I think the fish really were evil. Judy exhaled sharply. Case closed. The gavel fell. And karma finally rested.